Okay, so I know I haven't updated in a while. I know that. But my aunt's dog died. She's the pictured. Her name is Molly. She just died recently, and I was just, kind of letting it sink in. And I had to wait until the story got, rewrote because she's rewriting it. But anyway, I am here now, and I will be trying to post stories every weekend. If not, then every other weekend. I hope that works. I don't know. I'm going to try one of them. If that doesn't work, I'll try something else. Okay. Here is the story. Well, yeah. I walk up to a park bench. I sit down. Why am I here? I look across the playground. Jeff stands at the water fountain looking at me. As I walk over, I see something laying beside his leg. I walk closer. That dog's smile. I stop in my tracks. Quickly, I turn and run. I hear boots smack the concrete. Jeff's lengthy arms wrap around my waist. He lifts me in the air. I kick while Jeff carries me back to smile. I want to laugh, I do, but not in this situation. Kate! Jeff says harshly. I struggle. Jeff harshly yells my name again. What? I struggle. He lets go and I fall to my knees. My head throbs. Slightly, I touch my head. You asshole! I shout. Jeff, you hit that whatever that thing is, I say, pointing at Smile and standing up. Jeff stares at me in shock, and Smile smirks. You're protecting a dog that attacked you? Jeff laughs. Yeah. I rub my cut with the ice pack. Let me see, Jeff says caringly, and I giggle. I turn, lowering my ice pack. I feel Jeff's fingers linger through my hair. I shiver at each touch. Who did this to you? He asks. I shake my head. Who did this to you? He demands. I sigh. Just some girls at school. Anger fills in Jeff's eyes. I turn towards him, putting my hands on his chest. Jeff, don't get mad, I say gingerly. They hurt you. He hesitates. I take a deep breath. Many times, I confess. More anger rushes through him. Yeah, okay, Kate, look. I'm sorry for attacking you. I didn't know you and Jeff were dating. The dog says. That word, dating, surprises me. I look at the dog and my blood heats up. They both laugh. I have to get home, Smile says, and he walks into the woods. I watch Smile walk into the woods until I can't see him. I turn back to Jeff. Are we actually dating? I'm dating a killer, but he feels so real. Every touch is like a drug that I desperately need. I don't care if he's a killer, just as long as he's mine. I should get home too, I say, looking at the ground. I'll walk you home, Jeff says. I do a curtsy. What a gentleman, I reply. Jeff laughs, walking up to me. He grabs my hand. Our fingers interlock like lost souls. I look at our hands and then Jeff. I smile as we start to walk. Tell me what happened to you, Jeff says. Two girls covered my mouth while their friend kicked me in the back and the head. I say. Jeff's grip tightens. Let me see your back, Jeff says flatly. We stop walking and I slowly lift my shirt up. Jeff's fingers slowly and carefully glide across my back. Pain greets me with a warm smile. I yelp, and Jeff quickly pulls his hand back, causing my shirt to fall down. I'm fine, I lie. Actually, my whole back side hurts. You don't have to lie to me. Jeff tries to raise his eyebrow. You're right. I'm not fine, I confess. Feels good not to pretend that I'm actually okay. Jeff swiftly picks me up, holding me bridal style, while I shriek with happiness. Jeff has his hood up to hide his face, so I pull it off and I kiss him. Pulling back, I smile, and he smiles in that cute smile I love so much. I rest my head on his shoulders. I love you, I whisper. I love you too, he whispers back. His deep voice warms my inside as I feel his muscles contract. Before long, the swaying movement relaxes me. My eyes close and I fall asleep. Hey baby, wake up, Jeff whispers. My eyes flutter open and I smile tiredly. You just called me baby, I chuckle. Jeff laughs as I look around my room. How the hell did you get me in here? I ask. The window, he simply says. I laugh. Kiss me? I ask sweetly. Jeff smiles in that cute kind of way. He grabs my face with his hands and he kisses me with passion. I run my fingers through his hair and he comes on top of me. I kiss my neck and I sigh he kisses my neck and I sigh as I kiss him back. He pulls back and I bite his lower lip. We are 6 inches apart, breathing in the same air. Jeff, you know I want to do this, I whisper so only him and I can hear. I want to. I just can't. I add softly. I see his real smile tug. What? I ask. It's just that you want to have sex, yet you don't, he says, pulling me upright. You know why, I say flatly, and Jeff nods. I kiss Jeff and I slowly pull back. Jeff bites my lip and a sigh escapes from my mouth. I stare into his eyes as I rub his cheek, even the empty space. We smile at each other. Baby, I got to go, he says. I roll my eyes playfully. Okay, babe. I love you. I wink. I love you, he replies. Jeff jumps out the window, and I run up to the window. I watch Jeff run into the woods and I touch my lips. Cam and Matt are running late from work today. I walk through the door and I hear crying coming from upstairs. Hello? I ask. The house falls silent as I slowly walk up the stairs. Jimmy should be home. He gets home before I do. The crying is coming from the bathroom. I grab a knife from my room. Hiding the knife behind my back, I open the door. Jimmy's back is facing me. His hands are against his face. I drop the knife and I run towards him. Jimmy, what's wrong? I ask frantically. He turns to me and I gasp. Jimmy has a black eye. Who did this to you? I demand. He sniffs. A girl named Sally. A girl? I raise my eyebrow. He nods and I wipe his tears. I smile. Tomorrow, I will talk to her. But when Kim and Matt asks you what happened, you tell them you fell, okay? Jimmy nods. Come on, I say. I grab his small hand and we walk downstairs. I start to hear someone stumble in my room. I grab frozen peas from the freezer. Is that man here? He asks, and I shrug. Put this on your eye, I say, putting the peas on his eye. I turn the TV on. The Powerpuff Girls come on. I used to watch this show when I was a kid, and Jimmy seems to like it. I walk upstairs and I look down the hallway. Jeff bends down and picks up the knife. What's with this? He asks. I thought Jim was something, I don't know. He laughs and walks up to me. I gotta go back downstairs. Do you want to come? I ask and he nods. We walk downstairs and I sit beside Jeff while Jeff sits on the other side. Jimmy, this is Jeff, I say. Jimmy looks at Jeff, this time not in fear. He smiles and stares back at the TV. I look at Jeff and he smiles in that cute way. I squeeze my leg, but I don't feel it. Jeff laughs quietly. What? I whisper. He looks down at his leg and so do I. And I do the same. My hand is squeezing his leg. You want to kiss me? Jeff whispers in my ear. I blush. What happened to him? He asks. Jimmy glances at me. A girl punched him in the eye. I say, do you know her name? He asks. Yeah, Sally, I reply. Jeff's eyes fill in shock and surprise, so I drag him into the kitchen. What is it? I demand. That girl, Sally, she's a killer, like me, he says seriously. She didn't kill him? Why? I ask myself. Does she know? I add. She's 8, Jeff shouts. So? I argue back. Yes, she knows. He calms down, and I laugh angrily. What? He demands. Oh, nothing. It's just that if he gets hurt, it's my fault. I shout. Why? Jeff asks. I sit on the bar stool, and I run my fingers through my hair. I promised Jimmy's dad that I would protect him. I promised. I say shamefully. I hurt a lot of people. I add softly. You what? A voice says. I whip my head around towards the voice and Jimmy stands in the entrance of the kitchen. I remember when I brought him new pajamas, so he didn't have to wear those weird Tron pajamas. Tears fill in my eyes. Jimmy, he cuts me off. You helped my dad and you hurt people? I knew it was going to come to this, but I didn't want it like this. I glance at Jeff. He's still beside me, but he's in shock. Yes, I did, I confess. Jimmy runs upstairs and I start to go after him, but Jeff grabs my arm. I cry while Jeff holds me in a hug from behind. You protected him. He'll understand, he whispers softly. I shake my head. No! I don't want him to. I turn to Jeff. Jeff, I love you, but I need space. I look down and he kisses my head. I love you. And with that, I feel empty. I run upstairs, slamming my bedroom door. I scream, falling on my bed, and I cry myself to sleep. I wake up with moonlight shining through my window. I grab my phone. 12:30 a.m. I sigh. Jimmy probably still hates me, and you know what? I don't blame him. I turn my head towards my door. Jimmy is laying beside me, sleeping. He's been sleeping in my bed for a couple of days now. I sit up. I know Jeff checks on me when I sleep. It makes me happier. I get out of bed, I get out of bed. I walk downstairs and out the door. I need to take a walk. A long walk. Fog fills all around me. I walk up a hill, my favorite hill that no one cares or knows about. I break out to a run. I make it up to the top of the hill and I collapse on my knees. Will people stop forgiving me so easily? I shout to the world. I lay flat on the ground. Bad things happen to me, or I hurt them. I get up and I walk back home. I climb back into bed, staring at the window. I have school tomorrow. At 7 o'clock, I walk into the bathroom, turning the warm water on. I strip. I look at my head. A big bump has formed and my bruises on my back grow more purple. I step in the shower. I put on my bra, underwear, purple tank top, and black leggings. I walk in my room and I see Jimmy's ready for school. Thank God it's only Friday. Let's go, Kate, Jimmy says, and I nod. Grabbing my side backpack, we walk out the door. We pile in my car. We drive in silence until I can't bear it anymore. I did it for your safety. I'm sorry. I apologize. He doesn't answer me, so I sigh. I pull into his school. Thanks, is all he says. Jimmy slams the car door and I put my head on the steering wheel. I groan as I put my car in reverse. I look back at the playground. I see a girl with brown hair and green hypnotic eyes. She winks at me. I close my eyes and I see blonde hair, blue mask, green eyes, a wide smile, and a black and white suit. I open them. Getting out of my car, I walk up to Sally. Sally, I'm Kate. I kneel down. I know who you are. She looks at me. Tell me why you didn't kill Jimmy, please, I say. Jimmy told me I couldn't kill anyone you cared about, but Jimmy was being annoying, so I punched him. She says simply. I laugh. He loves you very much, she says. I blush, and I love him very much. I smile. Sally giggles, giving me a hug. I wrap my arms around her. I gotta go. I pull back, and she nods. He'll protect you, she says. I jump in my car, smiling. I park my car in my regular spot. Hey, Kate, Ivory greets. Hey, I reply. You're a little late. She raises her eyebrow. Yeah. We walk in the school. I put my stuff away and headed to first period. I sit in the back, away from everybody. Plus, I like sitting in the back. I rest my head on the table, and I hear the teacher mumbling something. Go sit by Kate in the back, the teacher says. Quickly, I look up. A boy with brown shaggy hair walks up to me. He wears a black and white scarf, a green t-shirt, a long black jacket, and black jeans. His green eyes stare at me. Hi, he says. Who are you? I ask quickly. He laughs. You weren't paying attention? He asks. I shake my head. I'm Lou, Kate, he says. Lou. That sounds familiar. Lou is taller than Jeff, which is actually pretty tall. He has a scar of an X on his face. The X is from the forehead to his cheek, both sides, and a scar of a wide smile, like Jeff's. Who the hell is this guy? I need to know who this Lou is. He looks 18, so this should be his last year. Like mine. Got any family? I ask. Everyone does, he says in a cocky way. I raise my eyebrow on Lou's sides. I have a brother, he says. What about your parents? I ask curiously. They died, Lou flatly says. He looks at the table. I'm sorry, I say sadly. If it makes you feel better, my parents died too. I reassure him. Lou looks at me, and he raises his eyebrow. Kate, man, stop flirting, the teacher says, and I blush. Everyone starts staring at me. What? I wasn't flirting, I frantically say. Lou smirks. Moving on, she turns toward the bird. You're an asshole, I mutter. Oh, come on, you gotta admit it was pretty funny, he giggles. At least my tank top covers my collarbone. I glare at him. Does it look like I'm laughing? Lou smiles like Jeff, and I put my head down so he can't see me smile. The bell rings and I jump out of my chair. Gathering my stuff, I look at Lou. You remind me of someone I love very much. Lou's eyes light up. Who? He asks. I frown and walk out of the classroom. I shouldn't have said that. I can't tell him about Jeff. No way. I walk into second period. No Lou. Good. That means he isn't in my core classes. I finish the first half of school. Now I sit alone at lunch. I don't like to eat school food. You didn't answer my question. Lou sits in front of me, causing me to jump. Damn, you scared me. I kick him under the table. He smiles. So? He encourages me. I shake my head. No, I reply. And why not? He asks, shocked. Why does he want to know so badly? It's none of your concern, I say. I remember I told Jeff that when he was concerned about who beat me up in the orphanage. So I'm not the only one on your mind, he says again in a cocky way. Yeah, my new brother, I harshly say. New? He asks proudly. I cover my mouth. Shit. I need to watch what I say with this guy. I guess I should just finish telling him. Yeah. I was in an orphanage and I was adopted with a little brother. I hate my older brother, I simply say, and he smiles. He's having too much fun getting to know me. It's like a game to him. I quickly stand and I walk outside. Nobody's going to treat me like this. Hey, Kate, Ivory says. Hey, I walk up to her. I saw you talking to that new kid. She looks over my shoulder. I turn around. Lou is running after me. Yeah, he thought getting to know me is a game, I said. Oh, boy, Ivory says. Kate, look, I'm sorry, he says, stopping in front of me. I raise my eyebrow. No, not until you tell me who you are. Okay, Lou nods. Ivory walks up beside me. This girl is happy, but hard to win over. I blush. Lou seems like he is thinking, and the bell rings back to class. You know I'm dating Jeff, right? I whisper as Lou runs back inside. You need someone better, she flatly says. And I walk inside. What the hell does that mean? I walk back inside to continue class. Jimmy jumps in my bed. You're 8 years old and you're sleeping in my bed. I laugh. He just shrugs and I turn off the lights. Jimmy and I tug on the sheets before settling. I gasp awake. Running my fingers through my hair, I look out the window. A tall figure stands looking at me. Is that Jeff? No. This person's taller. Oh, God. I carefully slide my hand under my pillow. I know there's a knife under there because I don't want Jimmy getting hurt, and I don't want to die by other killers. I feel the cool handle of the knife. If I scream, acting like I'm having a nightmare, then Matt will come in. I scream, and the figure rushes towards me. I kick him in the chest, and it falls on the floor. I climb to the ground as moonlight lights up the figure. I jump on his waist. Lou? I shockily say. He strongly throws me off, landing against the closet. I stand up as Lou grabs my hand, and he whips me around my back against his chest. A knife is against my throat. Looks like someone marked you besides on your face, he whispers as he traces the scar in my collarbone. I struggle when I jab my elbow in the chest. Turning, I force my knife against his throat. Lou starts to smile as he stomps on my foot. I screech, and Jimmy wakes up. Shit, Kate? He asks. Lou jumps over the bed, shoving his knife against Jimmy's throat. No, stop! I shout. My foot throbs. Why are you here? I ask. He laughs. I kill people who are happy. My stomach begins to sink. Why do I attract killers? But I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to kill the thing that makes you happy, he says, stroking Jimmy's hair. Jimmy bursts into tears. Jimmy, it's going to be okay. I promise, I say, smiling gently. He smiles bigger. Oh, he is what makes you happy. Oh, God, Jeff. Kate? Matt calls. Matt, help! I scream. Lou runs off the bed towards me, grabbing my hair. I scream. Show this to the person who makes you happy, Lou whispers in my ear. Lou drags the knife across my neck. I shriek. I grab his arm and I squeeze it. Lou jumps out the window. I fall to my knees. Cam and Matt bust in as I take deep breaths. Jimmy, Cam, and Matt stare at me with blood running down my neck and onto my chest. What have I done? I jump out the window, swiftly grabbing the siding, and I climb down.